brother, what was you thinking by bringing Karen Huger back to the reunion? We had had enough of her in the one-to-one interview that she did with Andy, and quite frankly, a lot of us were just disgusted at the lack of accountability, remorsefulness, and the still in denial that she was in that interview. There was nothing that she said differently from that interview that you had to bring her back. Who is her producer? Who is her personal publicist? Who are these people? Because are they even talking to her, or has she fired them? Because there's no way, right? If I was doing her contract, I would say that Karen needs to come back for the reunion or for season 11. We don't need to see Karen. In fact, she should be retiring. Her age mates have retired. Do you know what I mean? She could have sat this one out. And it goes to show how desperate she is to be on TV. Same with Giselle. Now, I'm going to get into this conversation with Wendy and herself. Now, if we all cast our minds back to the beginning of when Wendy joined the Real Housewives, she already did not like Wendy. The reason why Karen didn't like Wendy is because she already felt that she was arrogant, she was always talking about her accomplishments, and they had met themselves in the DC circuit, right? Or in the Maryland circuit, wherever it was, they had met themselves there. So she was already aware of Wendy and she didn't like her. And she was telling all the other ladies that, oh, she's this way, she's that way. And that's kind of when she kind of used Giselle as her attack dog to kind of phase Wendy when she joined in. And then what did her attack dog do? AKA Giselle, she was coming for her marriage, coming for, her union, coming for her degrees. And that's when Wendy was just like, no, I am educated and I am who I am. And if you guys don't like it, then you can kick rocks. And then on top of that, she was having that situation, well, Giselle, that is, was having that situation with Candice where she didn't like Candice, right? And she was kind of like in the middle of trying to phase Monique at the same time. And remember, Giselle also had that green-eyed bandit thing going out, colorist, right? She had that green-eyed bandit thing that she was doing with her and Ashley and Robin, where they were all, trying to bully Candice and also trying to bully Wendy at the same time. And what happened? Miss Cougar here was watching all this play out. She was the puppet master. And she was trying to pretend like, oh, you now I've humbled you. You can now, me and you can now be friends. And then they did that whole candle thing where she released the candle, then she released the candle, and there was like this kind of like undertone of like, okay, do you know what? I see where you're at, Wendy. I'm going to give you some sort of respect, but actually it's just going to be on the surface. It's not going to be internal. And so here we are, fast forward to where you have now gone to jail and now she potentially could be going to jail. You're trying to mum her. That's where we are in their relationships. And no one should forget that Karen Huger has been the underlying bully of it all. And I've watched this play out in 4K for the past 5 seasons. And to see where we are, where we're bringing her back as if she's some glorified, that she went to jail for like it was a mistake. Like, no, you went to jail because you could have been a murderer. You could have been a murderer and now you're a criminal. And you're bringing a criminal back on our screen? No. Her redemption arc is finished. It's done. Don't bring Karen around us no more. We don't want to see her. She's not a role model. In fact, we don't want to hear from her. Her relationship with Ray is a farce. Right? Her children don't want to be on the screen half the time. And quite frankly, she has no package because she's still cheating on her husband with, is it Mr. Blue Eyes or whatever? So at this point in time, what package does Karen Huger have? 0. So, bravo, please. If you have any sense at all, don't bring back Karen. And if she's going to come back, right? She needs to come back as a friend of the show. Same way you did Charisse. Because even in that, actually, if we're going to do a redemption arc, actually, if you guys bring back Charisse as a Real Housewife, that's going to pain Karen Huger even more because remember, Karen and Charisse are not even brethren like that. They hate each other. And the reason why they hate each other is because Charisse put all the girls together and Karen is trying to take that claim that she knows all the girls and she's the only one that lives in Potomac. Like she said in the reunion, by the way, I'm the only person that lives in Potomac here. What? But you're the only one there that is a criminal, auntie. So, please, bravo. I think you've hit the the line, end of the line, as they would say, where it comes to this Real Housewives brand for Potomac. If you guys don't remix it, unfortunately, you're gonna lose half your viewership, because we've established that Giselle don't have no package. This lady don't have one. And the new ladies that came, they feel like they could have rode on the coattails of just being bullied. We didn't get to see what we wanted to see from them. We didn't get, apart from Angel. Oh, Angel gave us everything. But at the same time, you guys overshadowed it with Giselle's bullying, because there's that favoritism there, right? And brother, we know that you're trying to make Giselle the new Karen Huger, but it no go walk. It's not gonna happen. Okay? We the viewers do not want Giselle to be the new Grand Dame. In fact, the new Grand Dame should be Wendy, shared title with Stacey at this point in time. So do the needful, cut the crap, don't put this woman on our screen again. And the fact that she even used the most painful moment in Wendy's story of her mum telling her to shut the hell up, which was a protective response, right, of a real mother, you use that as a dagger to humble her on this show. You're disgusting. And yeah, Karen is cancelled. And if you think she's cancelled, please put cancelled in the comments, because I personally don't want to be seeing her on my screen again.